Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all to Lotto Winning Signal, a platform where we dish out latest results on lottery and events that is happening around Lotto system. It is very important that you stick around with this channel so that you would have access to the results and Lotto keys that we are releasing. It is also very good and it will be of great help to us to keep doing quality content and quality videos if you could smash the like button, subscribe to this YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell so that whenever we release a new video, you will be one of the first set of people that would have access to it. Today is Tuesday and we'll be looking at a particular key that's set for Lucky G. Now, these two numbers must drop in the winning, and when it dropped in the winning, you should be expecting to play the following games because the result is going to be out of the following games, and if you are lucky, you may get 3 or 4 numbers out of it. Now, let us delve into the explanation proper. Now, if you have 90 dropped in the winning, you also have 6 dropped in the winning in a particular event, the subsequent event, which is the following week, you should be expecting the following numbers to drop or to be amongst the result that will be drawn. So now you should be expecting something like this: single 1, 11, 21, 31, 41, 51, 61, 71, 81. All these numbers are ending 1. Then subsequently, you should also be expecting ending 2 numbers, which is single 2, 12, 22, 32, 42, 52, 62, 72, and 82. These are the numbers that you will be expecting. In other words, if 90 and single 6 dropped in the winning, you should be expecting ND1 and ND2 numbers to play out. Also, if you have 90 and 45 dropped in the winning, this is another one. You should also be expecting ending 1 and ending 8 to play out. The ending 1 that you should be expecting are single 1, 11, 21, 31, 41, 51, 61, 71, and 81. The ending 8 that you should be expecting are single 8, 18, 28, 38, 48, 58, 68, 78, and 88. These are the numbers that you should be expecting. So in other words, if 90 and 45 dropped in the winning, you should be expecting ending 1 and ending 8 to drop in the subsequent week. So today we'll be discussing about 2 Lotto code that could play out in the Lotto system, and the 2 Lotto code will give us a very good result. Interesting to know that this particular Lotto code set in present Lucky G result, the last result, it played out 90, 45 and single 6. And what is very interesting is that the true Lotto key that we are talking about has actually set for this week's Lotto Lucky G. So today we are going to have a jackpot. For today's result, the key as is set, the true Lotto code, which is Lotto code single 6 and 90, then Lotto code 45 and 90 has actually set for today. And today we should hit a jackpot. We should hit a jackpot, luckily for us. Without wasting much of our time, let us delve into examples that we have seen in the Lotto chart, the Lucky G Lotto chart. Now, this will give us a further confusion that this particular Lotto code or Lotto key played out, because this Lotto code, which is single 690, if it sets, it will play subsequently for 3 weeks. That means that this particular key that we want to talk about is a 3 weeks operation. That means the result that will come out will work consecutively for 3 weeks. Now, let us look at what we have proper. If you check the Lucky G chart, Lucky G result of 2011, you will notice that event 234 played single Cs and 90, and that is what we are looking out for. The key has actually set, just like what I discussed earlier. If it played out single Cs and 90, the key is set. Then subsequently, we should be expecting the result from ending 1 and ending 2. We should be expecting the result from ending 1 and ending 2, just like what we explained earlier. So in that regard, you would see that the subsequent event, which is event 235, it played 71 and it also played 72. That tells you that it played out of ending 1 and out of ending 2. So that particular event played out. The subsequent event played just one, and that event is event 236. Event 236 played just one of it, which is 12. It plays 12. That one is a loss at that particular event. Then the subsequent event, which is event 237, it played 62 and 52. You would notice that we hit another jackpot at this event because it played out of the ending 2. You would agree with me that this is indeed a 3 weeks operation. It is a 3 weeks operation. Now, another example could be seen in the Lotto chart, Lucky G Lotto chart. When the Lotto code single 690 sets, the key played out. The Lotto key played out. Now, if you look at 2014 chart, event 356 played single 6 and 90. That shows that this particular key is set for that particular period. And if you check properly, you would agree with me that the subsequent event, which is event 357, played 3 out of what we are expecting, because we are expecting ending 1 and ending 2 to play. So out of the ending 1, 11 played. Out of the ending 2, 72 played. Out of the ending 2 again, single 2 played out. So in that case, we are having 11 single 2 and 72 playing at event 357. That is a jackpot. The subsequent week, which is the following week, second week, it played only 32. It played only what? 32, which is event 358. Event 358. It played only 32. So the next subsequent event, which is event 357, it played 2, which is 12 and 22. It played 12 and 22. That is a too sure. It played for us in that regard. So that is to tell us that if this particular little key single 6 and 90 sets, that code is particularly a very wonderful one, because it's going to operate for 3 weeks and you should be expecting results from ending 1 and ending 2. Now we want to explain the second code, which is Lotto code 45 and 90. That is the second code that we want to talk about presently. Now, in this particular code, if this particular code played out, that means the key is set for Lucky G. That means the key is set for Lucky G. Then the Lotto result that we should be expecting would come from ending 1 and ending 8. Then that means we should be able to hit a jackpot in that regard. Now let me explain this further. If you look at where we have examples, we have Lotto chart 2009. If you go to event 140 played out 45 and 90. So, I told you that's just like what I explained earlier, that if 45 and 90 played in the winning, that means the result, the Lotto code or Lotto key is set. In such case, it will drop ending 1 and ending 8. Now, the ending 1, that the result that dropped subsequently in the following week, which is event 141. Then event 141 happened to fall in 2010. It happens to fall in 2010 because the last event occurred at event 140 in 2009. The last event occurred at event 140 in 2009. So in 2010, that is where we have event 2141. So in that case now, the numbers that played is 71 and 58. If you look at 71 and 58, you would agree with me that it played from ending 1 and ending 8, just like what we have explained. That means this particular Lotto code is conforming with our rules and regulations. Now, in this case, now the next event, which is event 142, it played 11 and it played 61. The next event, which is event 143, it does not play anything. So that is a loss for that week. Then if week 144, it played single 8 and 18. So it played two of the ending 8. Now event 145, it played out 68 and 78. That means it played two of the ending 8 that we have. It is conforming to our rules. Now this Lotto key is very important. The Lotto code is playing out perfectly well and it is a lucky G. Now event 146 again played 78 and it played single 8. In that regard, that is what we have in 2009 and 2010 lucky G charts. If you check 2014 lucky G chart again, for this key Lotto code, which is 45 and 90, the subsequent week it played 71 and it played 48, which is event 367. At event 369, it played 81, 68, and 41. At event 370, it played single 8 and 56. At event 371, it played 51. That's a loss for that week. And at event 300, this particular event, event 369, it played 3 and it's a jackpot for that week. It's a big jackpot. At event 372, it played 58 and 88. So that means we hit a jackpot at one event in 2014 following this Lotto key, following this Lotto code. It is equally important that we should stake wisely because we should not stake an amount that we cannot afford to lose. So in that regard, you would agree with me that this particular Lotto code will play out for 6 consecutive weeks. 6 consecutive weeks. If you check it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It played for 6 consecutive weeks. So it's a very functional Lotto code that is playing out. So that is why it is good for us to follow it.